So, today we're looking into two things. First, how to solve cubic inequalities. How to solve cubic inequalities. To solve cubic inequality, you need to factorize cubic expression. So if you have factorized, for example, to something like that, 2x minus 3 times x plus 5, x plus 2, I need to solve when it is greater or equal to 0. How we do that? You draw x-axis. It's similar to sign diagram, but I think it's better. Only x-axis. And you put, on the x-axis, you put the solutions to when it's equal 0. So x-intercepts, you just put the x-intercept. So we have -5, -2, and 3 on 2. And it doesn't have to be up to scale or anything like that. Now, x cubed will be positive or negative? Positive. When you expand, will be positive. So that will be the shape of the graph. Again, no y values, nothing required, just the shape.
Oh, I did it differently.
Now, we can easily see when it is above x-axis. That means the cubic will be greater or equal to 0.
Oh,
so we have from -5 to -2, inclusive because it's greater or equal. If it will be just greater, then they will not be included. And also, it is from 3 on 2 to infinity.
That's easy.
So solving cubic inequalities is very easy.
Oh, no.
But you need to have your cubic expression in factorized form. Yes?
How do you know that it starts from below -5 and goes up?
Because if you...
Because when we have ax
Because
cubed,
a is positive.
when we have coefficient of cubic term is positive and it's factorable, then it will have this
Actually
shape.
locked in. And
If it's a greater than 0.
Where's A in all this?
Number in front of x cubed. Let's see, how you get x cubed? You multiply 2x times x times x, you'll get 2x cubed.
Oh, that's it.
If a will be less than 0, that will be
Freaking rap from 16.
That's how it will look. Guys, always this. I'm very glad he asked the question. If you don't understand something, always ask. The only one silly question is not asking. Now,
Thank you.
so what if cubic non-factorable?
Oh, that's...
If we have, for example, cubic in the form, so you need to solve 2 times x minus 2 cubed plus 16 less than 0. If you need to solve such equation.
Oh, it's like that.
If you need to solve such equation. Actually, this is not a good example because this we can factorize. But from this one, what we can do, we can write x minus 2. No, actually, we can sketch this graph. Just solve, find x-intercept. We don't need even y-intercept.
What's the difference of perfect cubes in the equation?
Let's solve when let's find
Y minus x
x-intercept.
and then...
Equals 0. So we get x minus 2 cubed will be equal -8. -8.
Yeah.
So we'll have x minus 2 equal -2, x equals 0. And what will be the point of inflection?
0, 0.
Point of inflection will be 216.
Ah,
Point of inflection 216, so graph looks like this, with this point being 0. So where it's less than 0?
Below zero.
when it's below 0.
When
So
X
we
is
have
less than
answer
zero.
will be x less than 0. Yes?
Couldn't you just solve it without having to make it equal 0? You can just do that with the inequality stuff, right?
Yeah, you can.
You can, but
Yeah,
it's always
right.
easier because it's much more chance to make mistake when you solve it
because you have
as
to-
an inequality.
Alright.
So it's always easier to find x-intercepts. Yes?
This is like high-key random, but what is the like formula of difference of perfect cubes?
Difference of
A
perfect
minus
cubes
cube plus
is,
a cube equals x plus a times x minus ax plus a squared.
yes, difference of perfect cubes is a cube minus b cube. A cube minus b cube equal a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared.
And then if it's a
Thank
cubed
you.
plus b cubed, you make it.
If it will be plus, then this will be plus and this will be minus.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we solve cubic inequalities. Now, finding the equation of the cubic, either from the graph or from
No, I didn't write
some
it down.
description of point.
It's just a minus b and then ab squared. But it's
No.
all plus in the second one.
What?
You
When you add perfect squares.
he
So,
was scoffing about how you rubbed it off on this.
let's consider,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for answering. I just didn't understand your answer. But you only wrote it down, so it's okay.
let's consider the next example. Let's consider the next example. If we have cubic function of the form y equal a times x minus 3 cubed plus 1. And we given the 1 point for 12. How we'll find the equation? Substitute the point. We have 12 equal a times 4 minus 3 cubed plus 1. So 12 equals a plus 1. A equals 11. So y equal 11 x minus 3 cubed plus 1.
It's yeah,
Just substitute point. Very easy.
easy peasy.
Now, another example. We have y equal. By the way, finding the rule will be, I believe, quite significant part of your sub. Finding the rules, I think, will be quite significant. So y equal ax cubed plus bx. How many points we will need to be able to find a and b?
2.
2, because we have two parameters a and b. So we have points given 116 and 240. We substitute each of them and we get two simultaneous equations. 16 equal a plus b, 16 instead of y, and 1 instead of x, and then we have second one, 40 equals 8a, 2 cube is 8, plus 2b. And then we just need to solve those simultaneous equation.
Okay.
Probably the best way, we time the first equation by 2, get 32 equal a, will be equal 2a plus 2b. Then we subtract, yes, we subtract. We get 8 equals 6a, a equal 4 on 3.
And then you sub that back
And
into
then we
equation 1.
substitute it into probably the first equation. We get 16 equal 4 on 3 plus b, so b will be equal,
Over 3.
b will be equal 16 minus 4 on 3, 48 minus 4, 44 on 3.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you have to write out the whole.
And you need to write the equation. Now,
What chapter or like part?
it's 6h. Now we have a graph. Now we have a graph from which we will need to find the equation. So we have
I also read it.
No, as in like.
That's the textbook, so did I. As in, so did I.
and we need to find the equation of this. We need to find equation of this graph.
Yasha.
What we know straight away from
Point
here.
of inflection.
Point of inflection. So we can write.
So you better watch it.
We can write an
You never
equation
know what I said, so just watch the video.
y equal a.
About you.
5 minus.
X,
What should be in the bracket?
X minus 3.
X minus 3 cubed plus 2.
Oh, this is a negative one.
And now which point we can use? 5, 0. So we have 0 equal a times 5 minus 3 cubed plus 2. 0 equal 5 minus 3, 2 cube 8, 8a plus 2, a equal negative 1 quarter, and equation becomes y equal negative quarter x minus 3 cube plus 2.
Wait, so is that a significant part in that?
Find an equation, yes. Now another equation, another example.
To put it in the turning point or in point of whatever form.
So if we
Inflection
have
point form.
the point of inflection, then we need one more point, not necessarily x-intercept, we need just one point because we know that will
Yeah.
be the
It's
rule.
like a turning point.
Now, another graph,
That's smart, I never thought of that.
another graph from which we'll be finding, and this is the graph.
Oh, it goes to 0.
Oh, this is one of those ones.
So we have, this is negative 2,
Hola.
this is 2, and this point is 1, 1.
And it goes through 0.
No way.
And it's going through 0. So, when we have x-intercept, then in which form we will write cubic?
X-intercept.
Y equals a times
In factorized form.
3.
Yes. Y equal a times x plus 2 times x minus 2.
Can it be AX? At the
Yeah, we
top?
will. I just was going from left to right.
it can be.
Yeah, of course, it's more proper to write x at the front.
Yeah.
Yes. So writing it more proper way, ax, x plus 2, x minus 2. I was just using the x-intercept going from left to right. And with a bin point, 1 point we have, so we have 1 equal a times 1
Yeah, one of the
times
x-intercepts
3
is 0.
and times negative 1. So a equal negative 1/3. A equal negative 1/3, yes?
I'm confused how you got to that first equation.
Because we have 3 x-intercepts.
Yeah?
That means this will be, when you have 3 x-intercept, formula will be y equal a, x minus x1, x minus x2, times x minus x
Negative 2, 2
3,
raised to intercept, and
where
0.
they are intercept, first, second, third intercept, because each intercept give us factor.
Wait, so because it's 0, there isn't a third?
Well,
Then
the third
x-
one is x there.
Yeah.
Then we have x minus 0 is just x.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And one more example. If we have just 4 points. We don't have a shape, we don't have a formula, we just have 4 points.
Sorry, the full
We
page.
have a good one.
We just have 4 points.
JBL wall.
0, 270,
Watch that with Alfred.
1, 312,
What is a freak?
2, 230, and 3, 0. And 3, 0. So,
Zoha, mate.
what form of cubic equation we need to use?
Y equals ax cubed plus bx squared.
Yes, y equals ax
Raph.
cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Which of them we can tell straight away?
D.
D, because when x equals 0, that will be y-intercept. So we have already y equal ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus 270. And then we need to substitute each of the points and get 3 simultaneous equations.
Would that be technically?
So we will have 3, that will be questions like this, will be on tech active obviously.
Oh,
Also not
that's fine. Then you just put it in solve system of equation on the CAS and just like solve
Yeah, you
it.
can solve it on CAS. 312 equal A plus B plus C plus 270. Substituting second point 230 equal 8A plus 4B plus 2C
What?
plus 2C plus 270.
2017.
And third equation will be 0 equal 27A plus 8, sorry, 9. Yes, my bad, 9B plus 9B and plus 3C plus 270.
Eli.
And then you can solve them using CAS calculator.
Getting banished to Eli.
If you will need to solve them by hand, we will first eliminate 1. We reduce it to 2 equations with 2 unknowns.
What if we equate the equations?
No, let's rewrite them.
0 equals 0.
First, A plus B plus C will be equal 42.
0 equals 0.
No, it
8A
doesn't.
plus
I don't know, just
4B
find that easier.
plus 2C will be equal negative 40. And we have 27A plus 9B plus 3C equal negative 270. Then we multiply, for example, this equation by 2.
Oh,
And
okay.
subtracted from this, we eliminate, we get equation only with the A and B. Then we multiply this equation by 3, subtracted from
This
this.
is work for the
Again,
CAS.
eliminate C, so we reduce it from 3 equations with 3 unknown to 2 equations with 2 unknown.
Then you
We
solve.
solve it, sub it in and get C, yes.
Do you find that's better than making everything equal to one subject? Like,
I will say, I'm sure that elimination like this will be easier than do substitute. Effectively what you're saying is do substitution.
yeah.
But elimination will be easier, I believe, yes.
I just question, did you hurt yourself on your arm? Is it alright?
You can ask it later.
Okay.
So does it make sense how we find, if we have 4 points, how we can find equation of the cubic? We will need to have 4 simultaneous equations. In this case, because we have y-intercept, it's reduced to 3 because we can identify 1 straight away.
Makes sense.
Okay, like, subscribe and donate to help fight terrorist countries and organizations, Russia, Iran, etc., support Ukraine and Israel.